here today doing a little shooting at the range, hand loads. Grendel reloads today. And some velocity figures on it too. Hello YouTube, the gun out here. It's another great day to be an American. Let freedom reign. So today I'm going to do a video to follow up to part 1 here of reloading 6.5 Grendel with the 120 grain Sierra hollow point bolt tail Match Kings. So that's the bullet. I've already done a video, part 1, that talked about it in a little more detail about the reloading. I loaded it with 2 charge levels of Reloader 15, and I loaded it with 3 charge levels of IMR 8208 XBR. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the hand loads themselves. I'll talk about the load levels when I go over the data. I shot those in my 6.5 Grendel. It's a 6.5 Grendel Hunter upper. Right now it's riding on my CMMG lower with ACSL stock, Deluxe Tactical Grip, Vortex Strike Fire 1-6 power. So before I get into the details of the results, let me go ahead and get all my excuses out there. Excuse number 1, I guess we'll go back to the scope. Only had a 6 power scope. We were shooting at 100 yards, and 6 power for my tired eyes is probably a little bit on the low magnification side. Another excuse would be the range was very busy. It was warm weather here beginning of December in Wisconsin. A lot of people at the range on a weekend, but I really needed to get to the range. It had been 8 weeks, which I think is the longest stint in 2 years that I haven't been to the range. So anyways, without further ado, we'll get into the data. With 28 grains and 28.5 grains of the Reloader 15. So this first group was actually with 120 grain Sierra Pro Hunters. This was my warm-up group at 1.14 inches for 3 shots, which is close to what I've been shooting it. It'll go under an inch. So 4 shots with 28 grains of Reloader 15. We had 3 of them go into under 1/3 of an inch at 0.325, and the 4th one opened it up to 0.99, just under an inch. So decent start. I was really hoping that was just the start of better things to come. My second group with Reloader 15 at 28.5 grains, which is really what it likes with the 120 Sierra Pro Hunters, but with the Match Kings, for whatever reason, this group kind of went awry on me at 1.43 inches. So the baseline with the Sierra Pro Hunters, 28.5 grains of Reloader 15, I was getting an average of 2312 feet per second, extreme spread of 30.01, and a standard deviation of 12.44. One of the other issues I had was the Crony. I got a couple of errors on the first group with the 28 grains, so I was only able to take 2 data points, one at 2182 feet per second and one at 2200. With the 28.5 grains, the average velocity was 2318, the extreme spread was 33.27, and a standard deviation of 14.49. So not too bad, but I was really hoping to see a little bit better standard deviation. So moving on to 8208 XBR, I started at 27.5 grains, loaded at 28 and at 28.3 grains. One of my excuses comes back here. I had shot 2 shots, 1 and 2, and then of course somebody wanted to go down range again, which seemed like it was happening all day long. It took me 3 hours to shoot about I think my total was 40 rounds. But you can see 3 of the shots went into 0.67. 4th shot definitely opened it up to 1.66. So then the wheels really started to come off, guys. The next 4 shots went into 2.44 inches, and this was with my medium charge level of 28 grains with the 8208 XBR. And then my last group with the 8208 XBR wasn't much better. 4 shots into 2.04. Definitely see a lot of vertical stringing. I don't think the gun was that warm. I had plenty of time to rest it in between with all the trips down range for people to check their targets. We have 27.5 grains. Was at 2397 and 2397. A little suspect on the chronograph data there. It definitely recorded 2 shots, but it recorded the same velocity and it had errors on the other 2. The 28 grains, we had 2502 was the average, with an extreme spread 68.31 and a standard deviation of 30.51. So not very good. And then with the last load level of 8208 with 28.3 grains, and don't look at the average because I didn't realize until I started writing it down that, again, only 2 shots had recorded, 2455 and 2461. So the velocity is definitely where I'd like to be, but accuracy,
Again, whether it's the load's fault, the rest, the shooter, not 100% sure, but I'm not very happy with the outcome. With the good accuracy we saw in the first load level, Reloader 15, I'd really like to load a few more of those and shoot them again and see if they come back. If this was shooter error, you know, if this is representative, even though the velocity is slow, it'd be a feel-good round to take to the range and try out. In closing, guys, those are the results. I'm thinking about doing loading up some different powders with the 120 grain Sierra Match Kings and seeing what we get. I'm going to look through the powder supply here, maybe Accurate Arms 2520, maybe the CFE 223. I have to take a look, and I'm still haven't given up on these two powders, but it's probably going to be a while before I get back to this particular loads. Again, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and you guys be safe out there.